Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. Well, the villains of history are many, and as a result of living in a sinful world, our history books are stuffed full of questionable characters at best and downright degenerates at worst. For a plethora of indecent reprobates, the historian needs look no further than the Roman Empire, where even the good ones were hardly virtuous and were often power-hungry and licentious. Of course, this means the bad ones were especially bad. The first of these truly reprehensible Roman emperors took the throne by the likely assassination of his predecessor, and even his name alone evokes a sense of debauchery. He is the third emperor of the Roman Empire, Caligula. Now, history remembers him as Caligula, but the name in itself is somewhat deceiving. He was born under the common name Gaius in 12 AD, the son of a military commander Germanicus, the most favored, in fact, of the Emperor Tiberius Caesar, and the likely heir to the throne. Caligula is a nickname that means little boots, a name likely given to the young boy by the soldiers in his father's regiment. Now, Caligula's life took a dark turn when his father died in 17 AD. Tiberius then dismissed the rest of Caligula's family, and many historians believe that Tiberius himself orchestrated the deaths of virtually all of Caligula's immediate family members. Caligula himself remained alive, and evidence reveals that he possibly got his revenge on Tiberius as a young man when Tiberius suspiciously died in 37 AD. With some support from the imperial guard, Caligula ascended to the throne as the third emperor of Rome. Now, history also reveals that not long after he became emperor, he killed the military elites who helped him, as well as his cousin and sole rival to the throne, a man by the name of Gemellus. Caligula was known in the imperial annals as Gaius Caesar Germanicus, and he would perhaps become the most notorious emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, with all due respect to his distant relative Nero, who would come a generation later. Many historians believe Caligula was mentally ill. Whether he was or not, he engaged in any and all types of debaucherous living, including incest and other forms of sexual deviancy. He allegedly intended to make his beloved horse an elite ruler of the Roman aristocracy, and he once engaged in a military conquest against the English Channel of all places, demanding his soldiers gather seashells and declare them to be the spoils of war. He was famous, according to his chroniclers, for living by the following saying: "Remember that I have the right to do anything to anybody." Well, quickly the Roman elites realized that they had a madman on their hands. So a conspiracy of commanders and politicians acted to assassinate the crazed emperor and his family, which they did before his 29th birthday. He was replaced on the throne by his uncle Claudius in 41 AD. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.